One of the reasons why I'm making this video is because social media makes it seem as though traveling to the United Kingdom or leaving the shores of Nigeria is all fun, all good. Hello Miss, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Christiana Shomi Eyere, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to my channel. You can see my bum. Yeah, that's how far we are going now. And I have an antenatal later today, and that's why I'm dressed. So it's one of the reasons why I just said, okay, let me do this video before I head out, because I kind of struggle, to get things done around the house, including get dressed and to set up a camera just like this. So today I'll be reflecting on our journey in the UK. That's myself and my husband. Our journey in the UK for the last 1 year. This is October now, so the video was supposed to have been done exactly a month ago today. That's September 3rd, which made it a month since we've been in the UK. And I'm thankful, I'm thankful for how far we've come, considering the fact that there were so many things, going on for us back in Nigeria, and then now we're here, and God has been faithful to us. He's not left us. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because social media makes it seem as though traveling to the United Kingdom or leaving the shores of Nigeria is all fun, all good, all, blissful, all interesting. But just a few people actually share their struggles in the United Kingdom. Although for us, we had our minds prepared that you cannot live your life of over decades back and expect that you're starting something new and everything is like happening fast for you, getting a job, getting an accommodation, moving houses, all of that. I mean, it's good for people that are super rich, that can actually afford the lifestyle that they have in Nigeria here in the UK. But we all are just trying to live our lives, and find our footing. It's not usually like that. And I remember that on our very first night in the United Kingdom, I cried myself to sleep, and that was because some things didn't happen the way that I thought it will. And it was just shocking, and I really did cry. And I remember my husband telling me that whatever has happened, you're okay, you're fine. We're here now and we just need to figure out the way to go. And all through when I was doing my application process and all of that, I didn't know that my school was way far from my sister's place, which was one of my mistakes. I just wanted a school that had the course that I wanted to do, and I didn't consider the distance. And when the reality dawned on me that by bus I had to travel like 8 hours to get to my sister's place, it was shocking. It was shocking, but I just, carried on. And when we left my sister's place, I remember that my husband and I had to move into a shared apartment, and it wasn't convenient for us. Even though our house in Nigeria was a little small, but it was our flat, and we didn't have to share our space with anybody. And I remember that my number one struggle was that our bedroom had always been like in the room. So with our shared apartment, we had to use the stairs to access the restroom. And then I'll gather my urine. Maybe I feel pressed and I'll be like, I'm going to have to use the stairs. So I'm going to wait until I'm really, really pressed before I decide to use the restroom. So, and all our things had to fit into one room. And I think I filmed in that room like a couple of times, but I wasn't so comfortable with packing, arranging, and everything. So I suspended filming. And I remember that God had just been faithful to us, because getting that apartment was God, you know. And when we got in, getting a job, like my husband got a job like almost immediately when we got to Sunderland. And I remember that he had 2 job offers, and he just decided, oh, let me check this one out. If it's something I can do, then I'll forgo the other one. But if it's not something I can do, then I'll go with the other one. And you know, the one my husband chose eventually was the one that had a longer time span, because people that worked with the other company, you know, they only gave them a temporary contract, 3 months, 4 months, and at the end of the contract they were laid off, you know. But for my husband, the one he chose with the guidance of the Holy Spirit is still the job that he's doing now, and he's got other jobs too off and on to support that, but that's the job that he still does now. And I remember that it was like, it's like a factory, and then the company offers to give them boots, and then they pay later. And then the boots they gave my husband was really bad, really bad. And my husband will manage the boots to work, to do his 12-hour or 8-hour shift. I don't even know how long their shift is, to do the shift, you know. And when he does the shift, his legs will be paining him when he comes back home, because the shoe was not comfortable. Even my dad told him, okay, change this your shoe, get another shoe. But my husband was like, oh, there's so much that we need to do, that he's going to change the shoe, but it's not now. Not because he couldn't afford to change the shoe, but because there were other things that took more priority to him than the shoe. And I remember that sometimes I'll just be like, babe, can you just change this shoe? Like, I don't like the fact that his legs were getting like, I don't know, white or something. But eventually he did change the shoe. And then I remember that my first job was with McDonald's. It was a restaurant job, and you know, there was no fixed role for me. So I could be in the kitchen today, I could be at the till tomorrow, I could be doing drinks, I could be on the dining floor, you know, I could be doing waist count. And people that know me know how easily irritated I can be. So that job was my nightmare, but it was paying our bills. Sorry, my job was not enough to pay the bills, but I mean, I was getting something, so it was different from not doing anything at all. And I remember that sometimes when I do the 6-hour shift or the long hour shift, which is like 8 hours or something, when I get home, I'm always like walking on my toes, because I could not put the heels of my foot down. And my husband will help me, he will massage me. Sometimes he will help me bring food into the room, because I will be so tired that I cannot do anything. And you know, some of the kids there were racists, and because they are just out of high school, you know, they've not experienced life, they feel like you're just there to, I don't know what runs through their mind. But I knew that they were picking on me at a time, and I had to become unruly towards them, because if you pick on me, I won't take it lightly with you. So I noticed that they would like to send me to get stuffs, even though these things were heavy that I couldn't carry, you know. And when I discovered that's what they were doing, so if you ask me to go pick something, I'll tell you, please, can you get it yourself? That was what I was doing for them. Luckily for me, I did that job for about, I think, 2 to 3 months, and then I got another job, which is what I'm still doing. I mean, I don't have a job for now, but it's a bank role, so I'm still with them. Whenever they have a contract, they'll give me. So what am I trying to say in essence is, we were in this 1-room apartment for about 5 months, even though we wanted to stay there for just 3 months before we moved to our own apartment. The 5 months were really challenging. Our neighbors were so nice. They were so awesome, so beautiful, you know. If I had to again, I probably would still stay with them. And we still talk, we are still in touch. In fact, she still sent me food yesterday. So it was like a family house, and we were all good like that. But you know, there's a thing of having your own space. And I remember that one night I just told my husband that, see, I feel like we should start planning to leave this place. And my husband was like, oh, I'm feeling the same way. And that's the thing for both of us, like our feelings are like almost always mutual. So when he said that, I started looking out for apartments, and then we got this apartment that we are. You know, it was a miracle. I think I'm going to just make the video of how we got the apartment separately, because it was indeed a miracle. And we've been here now for over 7 months, going to 8 months now. And I mean, it is home to us. It is beautiful. It's a 3-bedroom, so there's more than enough space for us, you know. And I'm thankful because at least now we have a small car that we can manage, you know, to get around if we need to. And a lot has changed in 1 year. We're expecting a baby. You know, I'm done with school now. My graduation is in December. So I'm just going to thank God for this past 1 year, because if this 1 year could be this good, I mean, not forgetting the ups and the downs, I know that the subsequent years will be better. I've lived my whole life in Nigeria, and it's actually different in this 1 year. So I've just thought to reflect on the journey so far in this video, and you know, to let everybody know that nothing good actually comes easy, but it's worth it in the long run. And some people don't understand that you're actually struggling. Some people don't understand, you know, the hustle to pay your tuition, the hustle to pay your bills. My own weekly pay, because I can only work 20 hours as a student, is not enough to actually fend for me, let alone fend for my husband. So I largely, to a large extent, depend on my husband. And my family don't bother me for help or their needs. My close friends don't bother me for help or their needs. But there are people that always come back to say, please, can you help me with this? Please, can you help me with that? And when you tell them you don't have, they feel like because you're in the United Kingdom, or you are stingy, or how much is £5, or how much is £10. I will tell you that £5 will take me in and out of the house. And if I don't have that £5, I go nowhere, you know. So, but people feel entitled to help. And that's the only thing that's like made me feel bad in the last 1 year, because I try as much as possible to help people. My husband does the same. But it's just like the problem no they ever finish. Like people just keep coming and coming and coming, forgetting that you have your own family, you have your own circle, you have your own responsibilities that you need to fend for. But I just pray to God, you know, that in the subsequent years, He gives me the grace, He gives me the resources to be able to help people. But I need people to also understand. I'm sorry if this comes out bad to you, or it comes out as rude, but I need you to know that as much as I want to help you, I need to help myself first. I can't help you when I'm still struggling for myself. I cannot help you to stand when I'm still crawling, you know. So it's just, please just take a break. Please just take a break. If God places it on my mind to do something for you or to help you, I will. But some people come over and over and over again. If you help them once, they come again. If you help them once, they come again. And because of my kind of person, I cannot snub them. I cannot ignore them. I have resorted to blocking people. So I'm sorry if you send me a message and it doesn't deliver. I moved on. Like, please, just let me be. Especially with my condition. Imagine me like this, as weak as I am, as tired as I am, getting to work to make sure that I can afford to live for myself. And then someone now thinks that billion me is the next thing. You know, it's just so sad. But overall, the last 1 year, I'm thankful to God. You know, even having this baby is a testimony. I don't know if I've done the video or if I will do the video. But whatever it is, like, I'm going to make a video, because God has just been faithful to myself and to my husband and to my family by extension. And I mean, I can't wait for what's coming ahead. I can't wait for the next years to come, especially with the baby coming. I can't wait for what's like. I know God has good plans for us to bring us to an expected end, and I'm sure waiting to see all of that. So if you stayed till this time, thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.